This is the first time that I'm feeding Squirrel-E walnuts. And he climbed down the phone pole and went to the left. And I said, no, 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 over there. And he turned around and I pointed and he ran over. And you can see some of the walnuts. Oh, that's his foot. Where are the walnuts? They're the walnuts. So, they say they love walnuts and shells. But I've been watching them. And what they like is they like food that they can eat right away. So sometimes I will put out the shelled nuts and they will gobble down all the bird seed, and then they'll take the shelled nuts to their to the nest. So yesterday we had 3 squirrels out here that were battling for food, so I put the food in 3 different locations. The birds are making a ton of noise now. You can hear them chirping. They're all gobbling down there's tons of bird seed that I put out. So there are 3 squirrels. Originally I thought that I could tell 2 of them apart because one had brown hair all the way up to the top of the head and the other had it right to the eyes. And now I've got 3 squirrelies here, so I have no clue. No idea. It's a crazy day. It's a good day that good thing I came out here. Today's the anniversary of my dad passing away. And this is the month a year ago that the dog got very sick. And that started me having to get to the point where I had to put her down. And I'm dealing with Mom and the dementia, which is not good. Progressively getting worse. The memory's getting worse. I got things going on all over the place. I'm looking, I didn't use a tripod, so I'm trying to hold the camera steady, and I'm looking all over the place for the birds. The little birds are over there. The little bird went over to the walnuts, but couldn't eat them. They can eat the pecans, very strange. So, something just scared all the birds away. I think you heard that noise in the background. Hi, Squirrel-E. Are you having a good breakfast? Yeah. So I went outside and went over to the location. And I said, Squirrel-E, and I looked right up and she was up on the phone pole. And I said, come here. I put out some nuts and she ran away. And then I put nuts over here, and she ran away and got on a phone pole and went a few houses down, which I think means that's where she's got. There's so many nests around here, and they grab their food and they put them in different nests. So, hello, Squirrel-E Pants. Obviously, they like walnuts. So, from what I've seen, they like almonds, they like walnuts, they like pecans, they actually eat cashews, which I'm surprised. I put out the pistachios in the shell, which I heard they love, and they ignored them. And then the big crows came over, because they will eat anything. So we're getting some really nice video of Squirrel-E. I don't know if this is Squirrel-E 1, 2, or 3. But I've spent about $100 on nuts. I know a lot of people would say if I had $100 I could feed my family for 3 years. But, yeah. I always take care of Squirrel-E. So, yeah, today is the, I'm sure you know, I moved into Mom's house to be her caregiver. Not a easy thing or a good thing. It's been a really bad year. And I want to light a memorial candle for my dad. The problem is, If I light the candle, she's going to see it, and she's going to start crying and get all upset, and then she's going to go on the sofa and fall asleep and forget all about it. If I don't light the candle, she won't cry, and she won't think about it, and I'll do it another year. I don't think she's going to live. I didn't think she was going to live to today. I thought she'd be gone before this anniversary. But, oh, he's gobbling down those walnuts. There's lots of big changes in the last year since I moved here. The dementia's gotten worse. The memory obviously has gotten worse. Still loves to battle it out and argue and create fights and tension. Not sure how much of that is intentional or not. The OCD is totally out of control. And I hide. I hide to avoid it. Because it's way too much for me. Been living here over a year, haven't unpacked, having no idea where my things are. They're in boxes. Nothing's unpacked. There's no place to put anything. I can't even keep up with cleaning because nothing in here was clean for decades. And every time I approach an area, it's caked with dust or caked with dirt or caked with... It's a nightmare. So, that's my year, that's my life. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Hey, this squirrel-E's just having the best time. Look at this. Yeah, you're just enjoying yourself, aren't you? Huh? It's incredible, but you can tell they definitely look at you. They watch you. Supposedly they are frightened, petrified, terrified of humans. But Squirrel-E comes over. I like feeding all of them, but I'm glad it's only one. Squirrel-E's getting her breakfast for the morning. Yeah? This is exactly how I used to talk to my dog. So you can imagine what I'm dealing with. I'm getting lots of messages online, memories of the past. Squirrel-E says, wait a second, where are my nuts? Hold on. She finished and looked at me. Looked at me like, wait, there's no more food. And I pointed and I said, Squirrel-E. And she looked at me and I pointed my finger and she ran to the end of the wall. And then I said, over there. And she ran to that end of the wall and found the nuts. So, they definitely hear, they definitely listen. But she got really panicked when she realized all those walnuts were gone. So she's starving. Camera is not doing as good as it used to. The unfortunate thing with cameras is nobody donates money to me like they do to everyone else. Nobody buys my cameras or my gear or my equipment. So, it's all on me, and I'm not going to go out and buy a new camera until I want to buy a new camera. But it took a lot of time to grab the focus. So I'm going to let Squirrel-E finish with all of this. And then I'm going to bring... I like to stay out here to protect them. That's kind of who I am. I protect them from fighting with each other to steal each other's nuts. It's never good when somebody tries to steal your nuts. Squirrel-E heard a noise, that's why she turned to her left. I don't know if that's another squirrel, or if those are the birds. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for her to finish her meal, and then she'll probably climb up on the, whoa, listen to all those birds fly. They just all took off. Wow. The other thing is when I put the nuts out, the crows come over here. Crows fear humans. So if they see you, they won't go near you. But if you walk away, they will swoosh down and grab as many nuts as they can and fly off it. And then your nuts are gone. And when your nuts are gone, what are you going to do? You got to call the nut doctor. So I'm going to wait for Squirrel-E to finish. This is a big meal for a squirrel. A lot of walnuts. I was thinking this morning, I've got to go down to the store. I got to buy some shelled walnuts. And then I just thought, wait a second, you just bought more nuts. Go look in the bag. And I looked in the bag, and I think I've got like 10 pounds of unshelled walnuts. So Squirrel-E's going to be happy. They seem to love this. They love the walnuts. They love the pecans. Haven't done it with them being shelled. Really wish I had the tripod now. This is killing my neck. Hey, Squirrel-E, are you having a big meal? Yeah. You're okay. You're fine. Wow, that's what I used to do to the dog. I'd say, you're okay, it's okay, everything's fine. Slow down. This is very unusual that there's only one squirrel out right now. You're okay. She saw me move my hand. So she'll sit there and she'll eat. There's a lot there. I put out 2 huge handfuls as a test. Hear the crow in the background? I don't mind feeding them. They annoy me. They're annoying. Because they're so big, they're so fat, they're huge. They eat anything and everything. And they just fly around and make their noise trying to intimidate everybody so they can grab their nuts. Yeah, next time I'll start bringing the tripod out here. I'd get a better tripod, but nobody on the channel subscribes. Nobody leaves donations or super chats. Listen to them. They're all circling around trying to scare the squirrel. And nobody buys me equipment. You know, a lot of times these people, they just get out there and they say, hey, I really go into a big expense. And, oh, here's $550. Go buy something. Oh, 3 days later, here's $550. Here's 4 days later, go $550. So when somebody's giving you like $30,000 a year, yeah, you go out and you buy whatever you want. But me, this camera is probably 8 years old. But at least I'm able to capture Squirrel-E, right? Yeah, I can record you eating a big breakfast. Or is it lunchtime? Squirrel-E says, you know what? Leave me alone. Go ahead, go finish, go finish. I think that's the last walnut, and she's out of here.